So Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam likens a good friend like a person who is a perfume seller. And Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam likens a bad friend as a blacksmith. When a person, he has a good friend, he's in good company, and he's got someone, for example, who is a perfume seller. Now he's going to go buy some perfume. Now if the person who is the perfume seller, so if this person is really close to the perfume seller, and the perfume seller is really close to him, you know, the perfume seller might say that this is my friend, I'll give him a perfume for free. I'll give him a itar for free. So this is if you're really close with the perfume seller. And now let's say you're not really close. You are close, but you're not really close. You know, he'll open up a bottle and he'll put some itar, some perfume on you. Now let's say you're not close to him, but you are just in his company. Just looking around in the shop, and you know, you're trying to search for some stuff, and you've stayed in the shop for some time. You've left the shop and people can still smell fragrance of you. Why? Because you are in the company of the one who is selling perfume. And as for a person who is going to a blacksmith, let's say he's really close to the blacksmith, there'll be some holes in his clothes because of the sparks. So there's nuqsan, there's been a loss. And now let's say if he's not extremely close, he's just close now. So if he is just close now, he's wearing white clothes. Now those clothes, they're not white anymore. Even though it's a bit far away, because of the fumes, those clothes, they've changed color. So again, he's had some loss. So let's say he wants to be extra careful, extremely careful. And he says that he's going to go stand at the door. What's going to happen is that he's going to be inhaling and taking in the fumes of smoke. And still he is having a loss. The perfume seller, if you're extremely close to him, he'll end up giving you a perfume for free. So if you're extremely close to a good friend, he will give you some advice for free. And he will talk about Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, and he will bring you on the right path. You know, he might take you to the masjid. Say, listen, let's go to the masjid together. Let's go pray our salah in jama'ah. If you're not extremely close, and you are still somewhat close, where he's placed some itar on your hands, he'll give you some advice nevertheless. He will tell you not to do haram, and he will tell you to do good, even though if he's not physically taking you to the masjid. Now let's say you have a friend, but you're not really close with him, but you're just in the company of the good people. And even this company will rub off on you, where you will end up feeling guilty. Like, look at these amazing people. These guys, mashallah, they go to the masjid. MashaAllah, they do all of these good things. And then there's me. And I be messing about, I be doing this and I be doing that. I be doing haram. And you know, these people, they're so pious. I wish I could be like them. So it will still have an effect on you, whether that's in the way that you stop swearing or you stop using, especially in that time where you're with them, you won't be swearing, you won't be saying anything like that, even though if you have the habit of doing so. So you will be benefiting nevertheless. If you have a really bad friend, extremely close with him, you know, you might just get a hammer and you might, you know, start wielding the sword yourself. You might start doing the blacksmith's job yourself. If a person is there and he's smoking, for example, and you'll end up doing that action as well. So you will be at a loss. And then if you are close with him and you're not too close, he is doing guna, he is doing sin. And you know, you might not, you know, indulge in the sin itself completely. Let's say he's smoking. You'll do something less than that. If you're smoking weed, you might take out a cigarette. So you won't do exactly the same thing, but you'll go a bit less. Or if he's doing one particular thing which is haram, you'll do some things which is less. Nevertheless, you are still damaging yourself. And then there is that person who says, do you know what, I'm going to be extremely careful. I'm not going to linger with them. I'm not going to do what they are doing. I won't be smoking at all, no matter what happens. I'm not going to be doing what they are doing, the haram that they are doing. I'm just in their company. You might not be doing what they are doing exactly, but you started swearing more. You started picking on habits that you didn't have before. You started changing. You've got this arrogance in you now. And this is why Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam said, "Ar-rajulu ala dini khalilihi." A man, he is on the religion, he is on the way of his friend. Every single one of you should choose your friends very carefully.